Hello, how are you? How's your weekend so far? Let me see if I'm live. Yeah, looks like I'm live. All right, welcome back to Ask Jason Anything About Meta Advertising or Facebook advertising in any case. Yeah, this is the first time you see me. Welcome to my universe. My name is Jason. I'm from Malaysia. I'm a Meta Ads optimization strategist. So basically, two scenarios we can actually work together. First, you've been running ads and you've been getting decent results, and you are actually looking for ways to take it to the next level, meaning you want to try to really understand what are the opportunities that you have in your campaign, and how can you leverage on the opportunities and take it to the next level, whether by increasing the budget or without increasing the budget, which is possible. So yep, that's what we call the optimization. I would recommend that you go to my YouTube channel, look for the link to schedule discovery discussion with me to see whether we are good fit to work together. Now, the other scenario is you've been trying to find success in meta advertising, but can't seem to really find the best structure to run your campaign, whether it's the best audience that you're looking for, the best combination, or the best strategy, or the best creative, the best of anything when it comes to meta advertising. You probably need a strategy. So that's what I do, and that's what I actually how I help a lot of advertisers from all around the world to get started. So yeah, feel free to reach out as well to have a quick discussion with me and see how we can actually work together. But meanwhile, if you are kind of like new to this, I go live every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Malaysia time to answer questions about meta advertising. So two ways to help you get started. So if you have any questions regarding meta advertising, Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, the first thing I would encourage you to do is please go to my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Jason Gan. And from there, you'll be able to access to over 1,000 videos that I have posted on my YouTube channel. Most of them answering questions like this. So try to search for an answer. Chances are I've actually answered something similar to the challenge that you're facing right now. Otherwise, if you cannot find any answer or anything that is related, the next thing you can do is you can actually post your question as a comment on any of my YouTube videos. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you. I'm going to screenshot your questions, and I'm actually going to answer your questions live on the following Sunday. All right. So that's how I work together with my community to first create content that is useful to meta advertisers, at the same time helping you to solve hopefully any challenges that you're facing right now. Anything, right, when it comes to meta advertising. Okay. Now let me quickly roll in here just in case you have something more urgent. You say that, Jason, I cannot wait until next Wednesday, next Sunday, and I don't want to go live for the record because I don't want to discuss my matter in the public, or I prefer you to come and look at my situation and give me personalized recommendations. Yes, I do that. Scan this QR code, and it will take you to my Fiverr gig where you can actually book a one-on-one 30-minute Zoom call with me, where we can either answer your questions about your campaign, analyze your campaign and campaign metrics, or to go through your campaign setup to try to give you recommendation about what are you doing right or wrong and how can you take it to the next level. So scan this QR code, and you can actually purchase the gig and we can actually work together. Now, just in case you want to learn meta advertising in a structured way, I would strongly recommend my Meta Ads Blueprint 2025. So this is a 4.5 hour training that I talk about the latest features and tools that you have to take advantage on when it comes to meta advertising. I also have detailed walkthrough on how do I design meta ad strategy, set it up for lead gen and e-commerce campaign with step-by-step walkthrough. At the same time, I also talk about the latest method to optimize and scale your campaign. So this is the latest training I believe every advertiser must go through. Scan this QR code that you can actually purchase and start learning right away. Now, just in case you say that, Jason, I've done enough learning, can I skip all the learning and get straight to the point where you come and help me set up my campaign so that I can learn on the side? Yes, I take a handful of clients every month where I would actually design your Facebook ads, your meta ad strategy. We will talk about the budget allocation, the audience targeting, what are the messaging for the top of funnel and retargeting and everything. And then I would actually recommend on what are the creative to be created for the campaign and etc. And that's for the first call. And on the second call, I will be setting up the campaign for you, where you can actually watch and record everything, so that you can learn and your team can be invited as well, or you can actually just keep that for your future training for your team. So that's how we can work together. Okay, now, yeah. So if you want to do that, then scan this QR code. Let's have a quick discussion and see how we can work together. Otherwise, I'll point you to the right place to get started. Okay, now I have a few questions over here. So I think the first one is coming from 7646, where you were saying you have a small question. I think this is about Facebook ads account ban and the ads still running. So basically, it is possible. It's not that common, but it's possible that you have your ad account banned, but your ads still running. Then you are probably worried about how, it keeps spending. What can I do? So the method that you're talking about here is to block your card and cancel your PayPal in account right away. So that would actually stop Meta from charging your account. That's the right way to do. But yet again, you still owe Meta money. So I would say you should right away you block that, and you should also contact Meta saying that your account is being hacked or whatever that is happening. And you say that the ad is like not by me and all that. You can actually try to get them to either waive the charges, or some of my clients even got the money back because some of the hackers went into their account and run ads using their credit card and everything. So it does happen, and you should be able to get your money back. So try to contact Meta for whatever reason that you're facing with your ad account. I know it's hard, but that's the best way to go about. But having said that, if you do not want to be charged in any way, blocking your card and cancel your PayPal account just to make sure that you're not being charged is actually a way to go. But you still have to find way to deal with Meta. I wouldn't say you will get into legal trouble, as in like, frankly, if the amount is not that big, they probably just say that, oh, this guy is owing us money. They probably won't just come after you. But then again, you should try to resolve with Meta as much as you can, as soon as you can. That's what I think. Okay, all the best for the Meta. Yeah, so it happens, you see, when it comes to Meta advertising, account being restricted or banned, so there are various situations. I think the best way is to talk to Meta first to see if there's any way you can actually get it back. So that's the best way. Otherwise, yeah, like doing all these other things actually help making sure that you're not being charged. Now, the next question is coming from 2478. I'm not sure how to, yeah. So basically, you're asking whether ban affect putting Lazada affiliate link in Facebook ads. Are you saying that? You're probably asking if you're running ads using affiliate link to Lazada, would you get banned or restricted? The answer is no, because it's totally a legit thing to run ads to a destination, especially Lazada, Shopee. A lot of people does that. A lot of my clients actually do that because they are Lazada affiliate, Shopee affiliate. That's how they make money, to get people to buy using the link. So quick answer is I don't think you would get banned. So for the record, it's totally a legit thing to do. So nothing to worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. So yeah, just all the best, and in running ads, I would say basically, I think the most important thing for you to really need to understand is to really learn the right way to run ads. So if you're new to Meta advertising and you're not sure how to get started in the right way, I would actually recommend my Meta Ads Blueprint 2025. So this is 4.5 hour recorded training where I talk about the latest tools and features that you have to use and leverage on when it comes to Meta advertising to help you get the best audience and everything. And of course, I also talk about how to design Meta Ads strategy in the latest way, and how do I set up Meta Ads campaign in a structured strategy for e-commerce and lead gen campaign. So that's how you can actually learn and adopt it to your business yourself. So, and of course, I also talk about Meta Ads optimization and scaling. What are the best way to scale and optimize a campaign in 2025 using data-driven methods? So yeah, that's something that I would definitely recommend everybody to actually learn, especially if you want to, make sure that you are running ads the right way, not wasting money, doing the wrong thing that you're not supposed to do. So yeah, Meta Ads Blueprint is something that you should look into. Now, the next question is coming from 769. So you're saying that you have an error for some time, you find no answer to it, okay? So the problem is when you try to promote a product in a marketplace, you get an error that says you currently have no ads to promote. Only ads with products available or in stock can be promoted. The way I see this, you probably actually have labeled this product as not available or not in stock. changing the availability might be able to help. Otherwise, the other thing you can actually do is remove the listing and add it back to Meta, Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and try to run ads again. That's the easiest way, I would say. Yeah, otherwise, always reach out to Meta support because, frankly, I don't think there's anyone that can help you because this looks like a Meta situation. It's either your account is not allowed to run ads on Facebook Marketplace, or the product listing is, like not set up properly. That's why I say the first thing I would actually do if I face the situation is I would delete the listing and set it up again and see if I'm able to run ads. Otherwise, like I said, reach out to Meta. Okay, now the next one is coming from Zainora. So this is in Malay, so let me actually just do a quick translate. She says, or he says, it's a waste of time running ads on Facebook because it just eats your money, keep taking your money, and there is always learning and learning and learning, endless learning. I believe you're referring to the Meta Ads Manager, where a lot of the campaigns are constantly in learning. Now, first thing first, let me actually share with you why is there a learning and what can you do about it. First thing first, learning is actually a phase where Meta would actually constantly help you reach different audiences to help you find the best audience that might actually convert. So the learning phase takes 50 conversion to complete. So first thing first, what I want to say here is learning doesn't kill your campaign. It is just a stage where Meta is trying different strategy, reaching different audiences to help you optimize your campaign. So put it this way, if your campaign is doing fine, learning is actually not something that you should worry about. I have a lot of clients that is running some ads for something that is not that easy to sell. So because the learning takes, you have to complete 50 conversion within 7 days. So a lot of their campaign can never exceed learning because they can never reach 50 conversion in 7 days. But nonetheless, as long as the campaign is getting you the result that you want, because you run ads, you know that there are traffic coming in, there are people inquiring, and there are probably sales happening. It's just that not to the quantum that Meta needs to exit learning. As long as that is going well for you, you don't really need to worry about learning. That's why I say learning doesn't kill your campaign. Mark my word. I've seen so many campaigns running for weeks or months and it's still in learning stage. Well, as long as it gets result, why are you so agitated by the word learning, to be frank? A lot of people are actually kind of like agitated by the word learning, but to be frank, it's nothing for you to worry about. And second is, learning can also be tweaked by optimizing for different so-called optimization. So if your website has got very little purchase and maybe your campaign, you should actually consider switching your campaign optimization to maybe add to cart or even landing page view. So that would actually allow Meta to reach different people and optimize for different objectives. Like for example, it's definitely a lot easier to get people to add to cart as compared to get people to purchase. So switching to add to cart may help you exit learning faster. But having said that, you still need to monitor because ultimately we don't want to just get people to add to cart. We want people to purchase. That's the bottom line. Remember that. Okay. So yeah, that's what I say. When it comes to running Meta ads, a lot of people actually get confused and get misled or whatever by Meta jargons and features and all that. That's why I said learning how to interpret the messages and knowing what to do, what needs to be done is actually very important. That's why if you're running ads and you're kind of like not sure whether you're doing the right thing or not, right? I would say Meta Ads Blueprint is definitely the right one for you because that would actually allow you to learn about the latest tools and features that you have to understand and know and leverage on to actually help you get the better audience, better campaign, better objective, a better outcome. So yeah, so that's something that you really need to learn. Second thing is I also shared how I design Meta Ads strategy for e-commerce and lead gen, and together with step-by-step walkthrough where I actually set it up in front of you, show you how to do it step by step, so you can actually immediately learn and apply to your campaign right away. And then of course, I also talk about how do we analyze the data, because that's actually one of the most confusing part. A lot of advertisers, kind of find it very confusing because you do not know whether your campaign is doing well or not, and how can you make the judgment call on when should I change creative, when should I stop and restart and stuff like that. So the data would help you make the right decision. So I actually go through in great detail to help you understand the data and to help you make decision. And also I talk about the latest optimization and scaling do's and don'ts to help you make decision whether you should actually optimize or you should scale and how to scale correctly. All these are actually like I actually give. I try to explain everything I know in great detail in Meta Ads Blueprint 2025, and I truly believe every Meta advertiser should actually go through this. So yeah, go through that. Otherwise, you say that Jason, I've done enough learning. Can you just help me set up the campaign instead? Yes, I can. Every month, I take a handful of clients where I would design a strategy, including your budget strategy, your audience targeting, your creative direction, and everything. And that's for the first call where I design the strategy, understanding your objective and everything. And the second call is I would set up the campaign in front of you together with you and your team if you want to, and everything will be recorded so you can actually use that for learning material for your team member in the future. So there you would actually have a campaign designed and set up according to the latest best practices. So if that's what you want, scan this QR code and let's have a quick discussion to see if we are a good fit to work together. Otherwise, I'll point you to the right direction to get started. All right. So yeah. So the next question I get a lot is actually on what are the best way to reduce Meta advertising cost. Now, I want to actually cut in from a few angles. First thing first, to reduce Meta advertising cost means you want to make sure that your campaign is performing at the top level. Okay, so I think a few things you really need to take advantage on. First, if you're an e-commerce business, consider switching over to Advantage Plus shopping campaign, especially if your campaign has been getting good results, you have been getting conversion, and everything is actually tracked properly. Going for Advantage Plus shopping campaign can help you get even better result at the lower cost. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, if you're in lead gen, I would actually strongly recommend that you actually try Meta AI content tools. There are certain tools that can actually help you really optimize your creative to help you get audience. In fact, a lot of my clients have been seeing really improved CTR, which means when you get better CTR means you get better results, right? So that's really something that actually can help you to do better. So those are the few things that actually I believe you should take advantage on. And then after that, if you're in e-commerce, there are more in-depth tools such as what do we call the conversion goal, value goal optimization. These are all the latest features that Meta just introduced in late 2024, and you can actually take advantage on. But if you're not sure how to actually navigate that, I would actually recommend that you go for this Meta Ads Blueprint 2025, which I would actually go through that in a more greater detail. Now, the second thing you should consider doing here is you should really consider optimizing your creative direction to make sure that you are actually leveraging on the fact that now Meta Ads is now intent-based, whereby what do you mean by that? Meta can actually effectively match your product, or so-called your advertisement, to people who are actively looking for your product or services. Yes, I say that. Why? Because now, like I say, Meta advertising is intent-based right now because Meta understand the intent. Say, for example, they know that a person is actually looking for a pen, for example, because he just visited a website looking for a pen, but he has not purchased the pen yet. So that means the next maybe 24 hours will be critical, and they will show all the ads that are selling pen to this person to help them make better decision on, like which one is better, to give you more choices and all that, because that's what Meta wants to achieve. So if you're running ads, if you've been using some confusing creative and everything, you should actually consider to make it a lot more straightforward to leverage on the latest technology. So that's something that I want to actually highlight to you. So yeah, and of course, if you've been running ads, you've been getting good results, how to reduce your Meta Ads cost further is by optimizing it, whereby you can actually learn how to analyze the data. For example, if you've been getting good result, but your CTR is at the lower side, maybe you should actually test new creative direction to improve the CTR, because I've seen a lot of my clients, by improving the CTR, they can actually get 20 to 30% better result, more revenue without increasing budget. So all these are the things that I cover in Meta Ads Blueprint 2025. So this is a 4.5 hour training where I talk about the latest technologies and tools that you have to leverage. You really have to take advantage on to help you get better results, reach better audience and stuff like that. And also I talk about how do we design a Meta Ads strategy that can actually optimize your outcome. You see, a lot of my clients are getting decent ROAS at the top of funnel, meaning you're probably getting just 1 or 2 ROAS. But the retargeting, if you do it right, you can actually get a lot better conversion at a lower cost. And when you balance it up, the top of funnel and retargeting, you are able to get way better results. So I also discuss about different retargeting strategies that I use for my clients and all in my Meta Ads Blueprint 2025. I have it for e-commerce and what do we call that? And lead gen. So I cover for both. And I do not just talk about how do I design a strategy for e-commerce and lead gen. I actually have a step-by-step walkthrough showing you how do I set up the campaign for e-commerce and lead gen in different modules in great detail so that you can actually understand, know how to use the features and tools in the Ads Manager and apply it yourself, right? So yeah, and of course, on top of that, I also talk about analytics, meaning how do you actually understand the number of your campaign and make the right decision? And on top of that, how do we actually, how do we optimize? How do we make decision? How do we, judge whether should I change creative right now? Should I switch, change different optimization or anything like that? And if I want to scale, when should I scale? How do I scale effectively? All these are actually being well documented in Meta Ads Blueprint 2025, where you can actually straight away, go in, learn, and start leveling up your Meta Ads game. So that's what I really want to recommend to you. But of course, if you're saying that, Jason, I've done enough learning, can you just help me set up? Yes, I do take a handful of clients every month where I would actually design your Meta Ads strategy. For the first, we have 2 Zoom calls, right, in this program. First Zoom call is we will have a discussion based on your goals and your material, your duration, your budget, and everything. I would actually give recommendation how should we plan our budget strategy, how much money we should actually spend on top of funnel and retargeting, and what are the key messages we should be using for top of funnel and retargeting, what are the audience targeting that we should actually set for, and everything that needs to be done. So once after the discussion, you go on and build your campaign material and all that. On the second call, I will be setting up the campaign in front of you, with you, bring a team if you want, and everything will be recorded. So you can actually use this as a learning program for your future team members. So yeah, so that's what we can do. Scan this QR code. Let's have a quick discussion and see if we're a good fit to work together. If yes, then great. Let's work together. Otherwise, I'll point you to the right direction on how do you actually level up to solve your current problem that you're facing right now. Yep. So yes, I think that's all I have for today. Let's see if we have got some comments over here. Yeah, someone is just saying, hi, hey, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. So I think, yes, that's all the questions I have received. And, let me flash this up again. Meta Ads Blueprint. I strongly recommend to everyone who wants to get their meta advertising right and, to up their game in 2025. All right. So if you have any questions, remember, all you need to do is just pop your question as a comment on any of my YouTube videos. And I would actually bring it up and, answer your questions on the following Sunday. With that, thank you so much. Have a good one. See you next week. Good night. Bye.